It's gonna take a whole lot of editing, but I guess let's get this show on the road. Yes, Square Enix now owns my house, as does Applebot. But yeah, this is gonna be something different. It's gonna be something for the kids. No. I'm not gonna skip the... Alright, cool, download. So yes, Lisa Fujisa is the main illustrator here. I don't know why she made Barrett cross-eyed, but it just makes him look more like the Killer Charisma, Jalen, I'm a Super Saiyan dude. The jacking off to your Facebook pics guy. The late great Etika mentioned him in the past, so he's pretty legit because of that. That bar is moving up. Is that all they have for character description? Just Cloud Bearer Tifa? You're not gonna give us Aerith? She's the first character we see, for crying out loud. I guess I should give you guys an update on Tactics Ogre and how far along am I with that. I'm right before the Heim Castle encounter, so I just have to deal with that and the Hanging Gardens. Now, in a way, it is actually optional that I do that, since I only need to beat the game one more time in neutral to get the trophy. Or just clear through the meat of neutral and then beat the game again in any route. But I always like to cross my T's and dot my I's because the Captain of Fate trophy, there's so many conflicting messages on how you obtain that trophy that I really don't want to mess with it. Especially because I don't really have much left to do with Tactics Ogre. I hope I'm not straining my system. Let me go check the playback on Twitch. Yeah, the latency is not that high. It's a decent level of latency. Overall, I'd say I'm probably going to wrap up Tactics Ogre next week, which is 1 week earlier than I was ruminating on. I was constantly making mental models for how things would be paced out. I didn't think I'd get through chapters 2 and 3 of Lost so quickly. But then again, I didn't think I'd get through Coda 1 so quickly.
星の命ライフストリームはあらゆる記憶知識感情を乗せ巡り巡る時に交わり時に離れ見たことのない物語を映し出すそれもまた星が宿すもう一つの可能性
I set the sound effects to be maximum volume, so that's probably why that's as loud as it is. Like music I set to a low level, but...
さあ、新たな物語を始めようか。
I didn't think it'd be that badass. Shit, I'm gonna have to make some changes. Oh, that's kind of whack. Why does it look like they're fighting on a PlayStation 4? This is how Sora rescued Kairi and Melody's memory. By transforming into the motherfucker like, here, it's my turn on your body. Fuck it, you're worse than Cloud, actually. You need to get your own vessel so that you can help Cloud out properly. And they show that logo like it's a world in Kingdom Hearts. A little bit of latency, but not like a crazy amount. But who knows how that'll pick up later on. So I recently learned that Korean Twitch streamers are not going to be able to stream on this platform. Like, they'll have to relocate, use a VPN if they want to watch, but due to the tariffs on bandwidth, it's actually too expensive to host them. But that's a very specific problem with South Korea. I'm personally disappointed by that because I actually have a lot of Korean viewers, just Asian viewers in general, when I play games like this and the Mayhon Falcon games, so I really feel for them, especially because so many of them make bread. Like, they have other platforms, but that could change really quickly. They might have to, like, go back to the Korean platforms like Africa. You know what? Man, that really sucks. The internet is really starting to become national instead of global. The one thing where that's really beneficial to be global and borderless. I mean, say what you will about, like, nation states, but the internet? That has to be Mr. Worldwide. It doesn't really function. So, sound. Ooh, I like these controls. I do know that some people have gone from South Korea to Japan, Canada, London, United States. Some of my favorite Korean streamers do their thing, even before this whole thing went down. But, no, there's situations where I can understand a protectionist mindset. Internet just can't be one of those things, man. Like, I could understand governments that censor, and that's why they do things like that, but really trying to make this a financial thing in order to protect your national website, that ain't it, man, because now you don't mess up the game for everybody else who wants to connect to some of these Korean streamers that they love. They gotta look to other platforms, but no, YouTube, I don't think Google itself is going to be willing to shell out the cost. It gets 10 times more expensive than anything else. It's just disproportionately high like that. Man, that ain't right. But yeah, that's not something I blame on Twitch. It's something where I see things on both sides, because yes, if your main platform for your country that's headquartered in your place and is paying your taxes isn't doing well, then you got to figure out a way to get that platform up. But tariffs is so heavy-handed that if it was just that, it'd be one thing, but it led to the domino effect of now they don't want to support people with IPs in this area. Give them money, give them monetization. It's just too costly. That's why I have an issue with it. It's not just, the thing, it's the reaction to the thing, the domino effect. feels like, okay, well, these guys got to pay a premium, but you know they can fork the money. It's just not gonna be as profitable. It's eating at their. It's becoming an expense. And if you look at this thing, this should be like valuable because you look at the Koreans on Twitch, they put in work. South Koreans, I mean. But you know, of course, that's who I'd be speaking about. I love the way Bombing Reactor played in Remake. It just had this strong buddy cop vibe, but for like some noir criminals. Like, no, racially diverse buddy cop movies are fun, but buddy terrorist films, man, Square was really cooking with that. That walked so that Black Lagoon can run. So I'm gonna enjoy this slowly because I've just been on news mode and giving my basic take mode. Okay. Did that whiff? I see a lot of Mobius in this game, but that's mostly because it's a permutation of Final Fantasy XIII. So a lot of people call Cloud an asshole for just not giving a fuck about things Barrett is talking about. But I can kind of understand it from his perspective. You know, you don't necessarily want to embody the mission statement of your job. If your job says, you know, we believe in this, we're about that, maybe that's not what you believe in, and you're not willing to like play pretend, especially since you're actually competent at this job, so you feel you don't have to kiss up. Okay. So, Cloud's Japanese voice actor, Sakurai, is actually the voice of Sasori, who 2 years ago started to really climb up the rankings of my favorite Naruto characters. Like, because I never got to like watch the Kazekage rescue mission from beginning to end in one sitting, or you know, a high continuity set of sittings until 2 years ago, and I really mess with that character now. I understand why he's so high in the character rankings. He's usually in the top 10 in polls. Well, there's a reason for that. he's just such a warped character, and his backstory makes you really feel for the guy, even though he's clearly a sick person. And kind of one-dimensional. The thing is, some employers won't hire you again if you don't respect them, no matter how good you are. Like, I know a lot of dudes who play the role of hard ass because they're an elite at what they do. Like, they're just the creme de la creme. And that works for a while, but if you're super narcissistic, you will climb up quickly for being good at what you do, and because people don't want to get at your bad side. So they walk around eggshells around you. Walk on eggshells around you. But that's not gonna last for very long. Statistically, those type of people don't stay around for too long, so Cloud being egomaniacal is disadvantageous to him. You're gonna get used to me playing a lot of Final Fantasy VII related stuff, because that's gonna be a long stretch of my next few streams. Is this where I want to go? So there are auto heals for these story things, but there's like raids where that doesn't really exist. I should have probably like focused him. Thanks, Barrett. Yeah. Fittingly enough, that tab I closed was like a fuck OBS stick. I usually don't like to type super vulgar curse words on search engines anymore because I feel like I don't want them looking into that type of data of me. But that I'm willing to like textually communicate swears. But you know, I was really like pissed, man. But all I really needed to do was just click transition to make it go from preview to program. At least he doesn't point a gun at Cloud. Some of the filler stuff they added in Remake just got on my nerves. What do you want me to do about it? Okay. Did I double tap it? Because I know my thing is kind of sensitive. All active attacks against. Okay. Can characters switch now? Should I use the button presses? Okay, that's what I need to do. Man, the tutorial messed me up. I should have been allowed to switch to attack mode. This is actually how I thought a PlayStation 3 Final Fantasy VII remake would work. I just figured they would have a Final Fantasy XIII system but with materia instead of paradigm shifts. It's actually a really functional system. I hope my viewers aren't pissed that I had to do 3 different attempts to get the stream going. Oh, you're not gonna let me be a participant in this? Can I filibuster this? I can. If I don't hit the next key, they're just screwed. I mean, I wouldn't time it out because I'm not really that gangster with it. Okay, this one is like predetermined. Oh, loyal. They're faithful. She busts her ass right there. Alright. So this will be like a filler tier game, like I'm not going to be playing this for completion's sake. It'll just be something I'll do whenever I can't do anything else. I am a grifter of this game though. Like, I don't think I'm going to be doing a lot of whaling. Yeah, but this thing has a lot of memory. No wonder they had to switch this over to PC, man, because 16 gigs already? That's insane for a mobile game. Although I did check, and when what's-his-face Blitz was running this, I'm putting this in here. That looks like a battery that'll destroy any hard drive. Well, that looks like a magnet, but you know, if it says lithium ion, it's probably like a battery, so I don't gotta worry about it. It just looks like a magnet, man. So I'm hiding that. I think the memory is probably higher for the PC version because it's higher resolution. They're probably doing things to make it load faster, 60 frames per second. All of these things kind of play a role in making things bigger and much more massive. But yeah, this thing doesn't have like the entirety of OG story. It doesn't have For Crisis. It doesn't have Dirge. It doesn't have Advent Children. It just has a little bit of OG, a little bit of Crisis Core, and a little bit of First Soldier. So I don't know, buddy. This illustration of Sephiroth is so weird. Young Sephiroth looks a little bit more natural, though. I've joked before recently, but Glenn looks like Gary Owen. Has Chad said anything to me? Nah, Chad's left me alone. Did I get a TikTok notification? Let me see. TikTok has the worst settings out of any social media app I know. Maybe Facebook Messenger works. Actually, Facebook Messenger is the worst by a mile, but I don't have that anymore. Like, IG lets you know exactly what you need to know. It doesn't mess around. It doesn't inundate you with unnecessary, actually terrible information that makes you think, "Ooh, I hope you guys aren't doing this to me." Letting me know what someone who follows me is posting. I don't follow them. Now, follow has multiple definitions. There's follow, pursue, and if someone's pursuing you, then in a way you're kind of pursuing them. Like, if you got me, I got you. I can turn that power around, but follows should be like, I'm adhering to this person, I'm keeping up with them, I'm a loyal person. And so if they follow back, it's like, oh yeah, well, I'm adhering to you right back. There's like a mutual reverence or respect of like information. But TikTok, I think, understands follow as in, yeah, I'm stalking your ass, which, again, that's what social media has effectively been for since MySpace, really. looking back, people didn't really post that many pics in MySpace. I remember a couple dudes had like crazy amounts of pics. Like the security guard in my middle school. But people tend to keep those platforms at like a couple dozen. Like I had quite a bit of pics on MySpace, but compared to Facebook, compared to like IG, not as much. It's a lot more album oriented back then, which so was Facebook, but kind of like switched to selfie culture. Back in the day, selfies were called MySpace pics, but I guess it wasn't treated as content. Like, it was a bunch of disparate things. MySpace had blogs, photos, video thing. It was trying to be multifaceted, whereas these other things are kind of built around the news feed, the timeline/wall. Like it all had to be interconnected and streamlined and cohesive, synergistic. Things have gotten super synergistic now. Like you think about something like TikTok, like all you can really do is like post short form videos, live stream, and DM. That's it. You comment on stuff. No blog posts. No photos. No albums. No game apps. No instant messaging. Does it even have group chats? It doesn't have that, I think. You're not gonna have like a Farmville mechanic. Think about it, Twitter is like... Twitter's just one step down from Facebook. They took away groups. They took away instant messaging and replaced it with direct messaging. There's no albums, just media if you want to see photos. And you use advanced Twitter search to find the correct photo you want to see from way back. But that's it, man. Twitter is easy. But then you get down to IG, TikTok, Snapchat, man. It's just streamlined to hell. And even Twitch is starting to become like a social media thing now that they have stories. It's just live streaming DMs and stories now. JTV used to have like instant messaging that was like outsourced. But they don't got outsourced anything anymore. Now it's all DMs and stuff like that, which is good because I hated. I don't know how to act on those IMs, man. It was weird. At least these guys don't have same face syndrome. Like, let me break it down. Like, this dude has like some menace to his face. I mean, it's hard to give a character of a different race same face syndrome. He's much more standard fare than Sephiroth. This guy's kind of baby face-ish. It's really weird. This guy's got that andro look, big wide eyes. I might be in trouble if Chad ever shows up. I love when they draw eyes through the hair. Because it's such an edgy look when you have like hair that goes like over your eyes. But this is their best way of interpreting that in 2D animation. Unless you go like the hentai route. Shadowy face and things of that nature. That used to be a trope that people spoke about pretty often as well. Like, they would talk about that vulgar, edgelord guy who has the hair going over the face. Just he needs to be locked up. Those type of dudes, you don't spot them on the internet now. They probably all are locked up. Now you got dudes that are like completely goofy looking that need to be locked up and aren't. Being a predator used to be some kind of like bad boy thing. Now all of that is gone. Like, they got no edge, no mystique, no risk to it. You just seem like a doofy ass motherfucker. Like a whose man is this motherfucker? Alright. I just thought about this. So all of those games kind of have an intro. And it's a visual work style intro. But Before Crisis never really got that. It got like an anime intro from Madhouse, the same studio that did Hunter x Hunter 2011 and Full Death Note. I was about to say Full Metal Alchemist, but that's Bones. So how are they gonna do that? They might have to just like remake that one, but with Visual Works doing the content. Like Dirge opens up with Visual Works content as well. Advent Children is Captain Crunch. Oops, all Visual Works. So I'm really curious what's going to be done. They might not touch on some of those until after remake project is complete, which I don't think this gacha has that level of shelf life for, but if it does, shit, man. Wait, let me look at that correctly. It increases their HP, attack, and heal strength. How many stats are in this game? Because if that's all, that's pretty wiggity wackio. I think even Final Fantasy XIII had more stats than that. It had 3. Heal strength is not a stat. That is a... I don't know what I'd call it. That is like a decompressed mechanic of attack at that point. Like it's part of your strength or potency stat. They shouldn't even call it attack anymore. It also counts like magic attack as well. Vitality, spirit. No doubt this game doesn't have MP. If it's going the Final Fantasy XIII direction, you really can't use that. It's a cooldown feature, not a metered system. Download speed might be affected by the fact that I'm downloading 16 gigs of content. And I'm not rocking with a PlayStation 4 or a PlayStation 5. This is all PC. This right here is Tsukuyomi. The vibe of this is going to be so different when Rebirth comes out. Because this presentation is so remake oriented, man. Except for visuals like this. Chocobo form feels much more Rebirth oriented. That's just straight up Crisis Core. Man, I could have left it at minimum. He has such a... I'm not gonna describe the animal, like, face with the fin lips and stuff like that. I mean, given that he's not usually the type of person to give that comparison. I didn't even notice that she got like a last limb. Look at this. Windsor, Rodbrock. She's the only one with like a familiar looking last name. Everyone else is like, I've never seen that before. I assume those are like Anglo last names, but in parts of England that I've not been fully culturated to. Maybe German. Let me actually pay attention to that. Okay, so there's like caps how you level them up, and those can be like unsealed. You know me, I have a super low time preference. Despite being... There's two kinds of lazy in this world. There's high time preference lazy, and then there's low time preference lazy. I'm the type of lazy that, like, I'll plant a tree, even though it'll take 100 years for it to look like an actual tree. But I'm just gonna sit there and do the bare minimum. It'll work. It'll bear dividends, but it means I'm doing stuff like this. He's got the recusant sigil. Like, people compare this guy to Aqua all the time, especially in his sleeveless skins. People don't really like young Sephiroth though. They see it as a whitewashing of the character, which has been gradually a thing since Crisis Core, just presenting pre-snapped Sephiroth as a good person. I kind of see it the way someone might look at Light Yagami. Did you think Light Yagami was going to be a good person if he never found the Death Note? Especially when the Death Note's curse memory wipes him and he's more pure than usual? Or did you think because of his asocial tendencies that he was always going to be a vile dude? I've seen a compelling case either way, especially with what motivates him. But what motivates Yagami is boredom, what motivates Sephiroth is narcissism, effectively. Data's changed. It's too brick for me to be laying in this posture. I need to like warm up, do like Tai Chi. Man, this looks like an advertisement for fried chicken. I didn't even check what goes up. There should be like a sidebar number highlighted blue that just tells you it's +4 or plus whatever. Did I just get the Fortnite gulp drink? Yeah, like especially right here, he looks like Gary Owen. It's just Gary Owen and Aqua. No, Mila Jovovich. That's what he looks like. The Fifth Element. More like FF7D of Grift. My homie said that this overstimulated him. I can kind of understand how it would overstimulate somebody. Oh, okay. That's why it's in red. This is just something for the kids. I'm not really trying to get harassed by a game like this. My anniversary special stream covered this segment as well. Alright, I'll just act like I'm cool with it. It's so weird that this game treats this as like a sociable thing to do. Well, the original did as well, even though the right thing to do would be to tell this person, hey, explosion went off, everyone's in panic, you got security effectively hightailing it with martial law, you should probably get out of there. Let me check something real quick. Did I accidentally like set all those sound effects off? Let me see. I'm gonna try to speak a little bit and see if it's gonna be picked up. Where did I get that from? Oh, look. Sounds. Magic's just so much better than everything else in this game. That looks like Blizzaga. Alright. I think that'll do for now. It's been your boy, Mr. Wonka7. Thank you guys for watching, and Aksame Ikde.